right, we're up to 8.8, approval of purchasing, and let's look at 8.1.1 and 8.1.2. If we can get that motion on the table, it might require a little explanation here.
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay.
Questions?
I've got questions too.
Sure.
I'm not sure why we did two separate items on this, but there are other questions as well. So go ahead, trustee.
Which one are we doing, 8 point?
8.1 and 8.1.1 and 8.1.2 are both on the table.
Okay, so this is
Michelle's
the
breakfast.
furniture, and
Furniture.
I'm confused
Me too.
by what's going on here.
Yeah, can somebody get some explanations here? We've got these bids of 4 bids, and then on the second page, you've got them itemized out. The total bid was $915,000, and it came in at $744,000. We got all this separated. What are we doing here? I think it's a little confusing.
Anybody? Anybody? Dorothy.
I can respond, I was just looking for
Page 76 and 77 under agenda item 8. Don't think this is real clear here.
I'm gonna go to the next one and table this for a minute and let them, why don't you have a discussion with them, Ken? If you want to table this for a minute, we'll get you.
Oh, she's got it.
this-
I got
Oh, she got it? Okay, all right.
So the total amounts that we're looking for the award is, the budget amount is $915, but the total amount is
740.
$743,819.
Right.
Your savings.
So we're
Yeah.
under budget.
We're under budget, right, and the project will be, the furniture purchase will be awarded to 4 separate vendors. This is very common with a furniture purchase because of open lines and closed lines that you have to, in order, like KI cannot bid steel case and so forth. So that's why you're seeing a recommendation for 4 vendors with a total of the 743, when we have the budget amount total of 915.
I know it's confusing when you look at it, but if you take the bids there on that, and the amounts, and then you turn that page, those amounts match up. And then I think Dorothy can answer your questions about why they're separated. It has to do with what they supply.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, if that's, so Interiors for Business out of Batavia, Illinois, they were the low bidder for the sections of Bradford Forms and Surfaces, Coalescent Steel Case, and Octo Furniture. So they won, if you will, they were the low bidder on those 3 sections for a subtotal of Interiors for Business of $533,774. And then the next is Kruger International, which is everyone refers to as KI. They were the only one to get the KI section, so they get $34,769 is their recommended award.
But it had to be KI because it was specified KI.
Yeah, and it's a
Yeah.
closed line.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Frank Cooney got VS Americas and BioFit for the 45, and then Midwest Office Interiors got All Steel for the 130. And stop me if I'm killing you with detail here, I might be, but like, for example, All Steel, we are, is that a yes?
No.
There's a
But-
smile. Talking about
Okay,
classroom.
we are aggressively repurposing good existing furniture. For example, your existing file pedestals and things like that. So a lot of your existing furniture that we are repurposing is all steel. So that kind of informs the specification for all steel. We did line item the amount of repurposed furniture, and it's worth well over $300,000. So that is the all steel. Then some of the others, for example, the VS and KI packages, we did a lot of test driving of our furniture selections when we did the mock-ups, and got a lot of feedback from purchasing, and Sean actually put together a an online survey that went out to faculty, staff, the students to respond on the different products we were test driving. So that also informed these specifications. Okay?
Any
So
other questions?
essentially on this first page, with the bid amounts and each company, the 4 companies, they're not all bidding on the same item. Each of them are bidding on different items.
Some of them can bid on the open lines. For example, BioFit, we got some bids, some other bids on BioFit, but that is, Frank Cooney was the lowest bidder on BioFit. And just as an additional due diligence on this, Monique isn't here right now, but Monique with Leggett, who did the furniture rep, but Jeff is back there. I asked Monique to go to the state contracts and make sure that anything we can verify on the state contract, make sure we are getting a better price here than we could otherwise get from the state contract. Otherwise, we would buy it from the state contract. So we also did that due diligence to make sure you're getting good competitive pricing.
Okay. It's presented in a confusing way. Okay, no doubt. And I think, it took us a couple seconds to figure this out,
Okay.
but it's presented in a confusing manner.
And apparently a little under $200,000.
Yeah, savings.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Bottom line is good. Great.
Yes, the bottom line is very good.
Yeah,
Very
but
good.
we were just a little confused.
I'll
Yes,
tell you
I
what,
apologize for that.
we'll try to, in the explanation of the awards, we'll try to get that kind of detail in there in the future. Kind of work with them and all that, so we'll give you a little
Absolutely.
explanation. Okay.
Well, I think what you could do is, like you're saying, there, some of these are the lowest bidder for that particular item, but we don't see any of the other bids, so we don't know.
Right.
And that these 4 bidders are bidding, you tried to put that on the second page, that there are 4 different types of items that we're purchasing, blocks of items that we're purchasing. So maybe that could be in the explanation. But your clarification is great, thanks for
Okay,
giving us all
yes, I'm
that.
happy
Yeah, it's just
to
different,
clarify.
because we're used to seeing all of the
Yeah, it is.
vendors.
All of the vendors
All the
and all of the
bids.
bids. Okay,
Right.
yeah, I'm happy to do that anytime.
Oh, I'm not really asking that, I'm just saying that where it was
Just making a
different.
comment.
Well, your clarification is then checking it against the state contracts and
That's great.
using what you have to repurpose what you have, so that this, all that's, great explanation, so thanks for being so diligent.
Oh,
So
happy
from
to
a
do it.
documentation standpoint, what happens to the 200,000 goodies? The benefit?
Well, I'm glad
What
you
happens?
mentioned that because we do have 2 additional phases of furniture that we will have to be procuring. So we broke out this is phased construction, so we did break out our furniture budget to align with first phase, second phase, third phase. The second phase will include testing, which will, for example, so you'll see that in about another 6 months. And then the third phase will include the whole A-wing. So it looks to me like we will be on or a little below budget at the end of the day.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay? All right.
Roll call.
Mr. Conover?
Abstain.
Ms. Paul? Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
Ms. Kashgarian? Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Ms. Holland?
Aye.
Mrs. Olschlager?
Aye.
Next is item 8.1.3 and 8.1.4. And I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the dining services agreement between the college and the Fresh Ideas Food Service Management. Why is this pending review is a question I'm going to ask, and we get a motion and approval to authorize Dr. Weber to execute the agreement upon such legal approval.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
why is that language in
The contract has not been entirely completed. There are still a couple of terms that are out, is my understanding. And those should be completed in a couple of days.
On our end or their end?
They brought it up, they gave it to us really late, and we've been trying to work our way in the last couple of days trying to find this
will it have what kind of impact will that, whatever is not done, have on the
Number.
scope or the number or what?
I don't believe it has an impact, but I think,
There's no scope impact. It's just kind of clarifying what the end results would be pursuant to, say, who cleans up in a matter of hours and that type of thing.
Sort of measurables.
And this would lock us into a 3-year contract. If we accept it.
there is also we can terminate with 120 days notice.
Just, I mean, we had a great presentation on it, but just in the event that there is something unforeseen that comes up.
Can you explain a little bit more what it means by it's, obviously it's a 3-year contract, but then it says with 1 and 2-year renewal options. If it's a 3-year contract, why is there a renewal option?
It's my understanding that if we're satisfied with the veteran's performance, we want to be able to extend it for 2 more years, but if we're not satisfied, it gives us an opportunity to back out sooner.
So it's our option, even though we're approving a 3-year contract, it's our option if we want to do a 2nd year.
Or a second 2 years, right?
A second 2 years, in addition, right? In
So
addition.
so it could be up to 5 years.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, in
like
addition to.
Like an NBA contract, you know. If
Before they go in the free
they're
market.
scoring a lot, then you know what, you lock them in,
That's
so.
right.
So what about if they find that it's not working out to their benefit? They have this 120-day too, so we could be, okay.
Yeah, they view this as a partnership, and we want to be good partners in the process, and if we're not, they want to be able to get out too.
Yeah, all right. Hopefully we'll all get along.
If the 120-day mark falls in the middle of the semester or middle of the school academic term, the contract goes to the end of that.
Yeah, everybody finishes up
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we'll, all right.
Roll call.
Mr. Conner?
Abstain.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
All right.
Dr. Kerrigan?
All right.
Ms. Kashgari? Dr. Griffin? Ms. Holland? Mrs. Alshire?
Aye.
8.2.1 is non-billable items. Let's see the motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
There's a sentence in here that says this request for additional funds will have a neutral impact. Can you explain to me what that means?
Karen? Is that yours? About Blackbaud? Did you hear the question?
If she wants to know what the impact of the neutral funds means,
Yes.
Yeah, it says
that
there'll be
there is
neutral.
money in the budget to be able to pay for this.
Is
And
this
there's
the,
not this is not an additional budget request.
so this is coming out of the foundation's already approved budget that we have in place? It's not an additional
Correct,
62,000 we're
Correct.
giving to the foundation?
correct.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Mr. Conner?
Abstain.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
Ms. Kashgari? Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Ms. Holland? Mrs. Alshire?
Aye.